Okay, before I start this video, I just want to let you guys know that I have notes, I have books, I have everything here that I usually read for my own self, okay, for my own goals, for whatever I'm doing. I'm not a professional. I don't have any sort of degree, certificate, online, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't have none of that shit. But I know what has worked for me, and I've been getting a lot of questions on my Snapchat and on my Instagram. So I'm gonna be sharing a little bit of what I know. But I am not a professional, and this is just because I've done it and it's helped me. So I want to get started with what is carb cycling. Basically, what carb cycling is you get both, the best of both worlds. You do higher carb days when you're going to be lifting more. And people have asked me, what do you eat as far as carbs? Sweet potato, zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, spinach. Did I say spinach already? I also eat red potato, and I also eat white rice. I don't eat brown rice. I actually don't eat brown rice at all anymore. I used to when I first started lifting, and like I said, I fell out of the wagon a while. So I'm getting back to it. So it's gonna be like another journey for me. So I'm gonna like start all over again. But it's more easier now because now I know what I have to do in order to get where I want to get. Now, like I said, carb cycling, that's what it means. Basically, you essentially carb cycle is a program where you mix your carbohydrates when you know you're gonna go lift super heavy. The last thing that you want is for your muscle to for that workout to start eating your muscle. Therefore, you need to load up. You need a carb. What is the carb gonna do? The carb is gonna make sure that you're not burning the muscle you already have. The carb is gonna do is when you're working out or you're executing a big workout, a strong workout, a real heavy workout, you burn that carb that you just ate or that you've been eating throughout the day. When you're doing less carbs, you're basically, when you work out, you're losing fat. So but that's what carb cycling really is. It's just a fancy word, but it's just like high carb days, low carb days, like let's say today I'm going to lift heavy, tomorrow I'm going to lift maybe I'm just going to do like, you know, cardio. And even when you do cardio, you still want to be able to eat your carbs because that's what is going to make you keep your muscle by eating carbs. What else did I get asked? I already said what kind of carbs I eat. Like I said, I eat sweet potatoes, zucchini, red potatoes. I eat white rice, but I only eat white rice when I know I'm going to be lifting pretty heavy or I know I'm going to have an intense workout. That's when I eat carbs. I don't have a camera, okay? It's my phone. So that's what's going to happen. I don't know how the fuck was this shit. Like that, maybe? Anyway, so I got asked a few questions on my Snapchat, and I am going to be sharing them with you. Let's see here. How do I swap carbs? You see, what I do to swap carbs is a different strategy, and I know a lot of people will not agree with me, but I could really give two fucks. I don't care if people don't agree with me, and that's fine because I know that it's worked for me, and this is my channel, and that's my Snapchat. So whoever wants to follow me, it's fine, and whoever doesn't want to follow me, that's also fine. I don't care. And if you don't want to agree with me, it's fine also, but no negative comments, because trust me, I'm the last person you want to leave a negative comment to. I mean, I will not, I'm not one to stay quiet, so at your own risk. But anyway, how do I swap carbs? Okay, for example, I know what carbs are nutrient dense carbs. Zucchini is one, spinach is another one, cauliflower, broccoli, all those are nutrient dense carbs, when you intake them, those are nutrient dense carbs. Now, I'm a human, and this journey is very what's that word? It's very hard as it is. So the first thing that I suggest you is not to use the word cheat. Okay, you don't want to use the word cheat because it describes like less healthy indulgence. So we want to be able to make sure that I keep on looking down because I'm looking at my fucking notes and they're like right here. I'm just trying to like get everything in there. I don't even know to look over here, over here. I'm just gonna look there, but if I look there, I look like I'm fucking like cross-eyed. So I don't know if I should look here. I need a fucking camera. So first of all, you shouldn't call a cheat meal. I don't suggest you calling it a cheat meal. I usually call them free meals, just because it just free meals makes it way better. Nobody wants to get cheated on. You don't want to be cheating, you know. And then what else? We want to okay, so we want to be able to make guilt-free choices. Okay, you want to be able to make guilt-free choices, but when you want to indulge in a less healthy food from time to time. So basically that's what you want to do. You don't want to call it like a cheat meal. You want to call it like a less guilty less healthy food choices from time to time. Or you could call it treat. You could treat yourself. You could treat yourself. I usually call them free meals just because I think it's better. I think it's better when, for me, mentally, okay? Because this journey is mental. This journey is not a fucking easy journey. It's whoever thinks it's fucking easy is lying, okay? If it were easy, a lot of fucking people would be doing it, and a lot of people would be sticking to it also. But there's not a lot of people sticking to it. I include myself, but I know what I have to do in order to get results. The way I swap carbs is I either do I'm healthy, but then I have the ugly side of Joanna. Okay, the ugly side of Joanna is the bad Joanna, the Joanna that wants that fucking bread, the Joanna that wants that fucking pancake. And I could do healthy pancakes, I'm not gonna lie. I usually do them with my protein powder or oats. I mix both of them. But the way I do it is, for example, let's just say I'm running out of time. Okay, remember, I am a mother of four. I have four kids. I have a 17-year-old, a almost 13-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So I have kids from all range of ages with different wants and different needs. And even though they're my older kids help out so much, at the end of the day, they're still my kids, and I'm still their mom, and I still have to like check them, like make sure that they are ready for school at certain time and all this shit, right? So it doesn't make it any different whether they're growing up or they help me. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to be at work by 8. So I'm the one that has to make sure that all these kids are out of this house by a certain time. At the end, I'm still a mom. So with that being said, my carbs, that's how I swap them when I don't have time. When I don't have a lot of time, what I do is that let's say I have my egg whites, and I have some sweet potato, for instance, but I want bread or I want a piece of pancake. If it's not the healthiest pancake, I'll just grab half of that piece of pancake, and I won't eat my sweet potato. It's either or. Okay, so that's how I do it. I am not going to limit myself, and I'm not going to become a miserable beast just because I want to get in this journey. I know I've done it before. If you're working out and you're executing, it's easy. Calories in versus calories out. A lot of people get very miserable doing this. I include myself, because there was a time that I was fucking doing this shit super strict, and honestly, no. You feel like shit. Like, you feel like oh my god, I can't eat this because it's not part of, that's why it's not a, you shouldn't be calling it a diet. It's a lifestyle, so you got to learn how to live with it. Either you learn how to live with it, or you're gonna end up gaining all the fucking weight, just like anybody that's tried so many fat diets or whatever, and including my fucking self, because I even gained my fucking weight. Not everything, because I don't look big, but I still gain weight, which is the reason why I'm back on the wagon, and I'm back trying to see if I could lean out a bit. Now, I don't want to be as lean as I used to be, that's for sure. I don't. I want to be full. I want to be full with stamina. Full fit Joe with stamina. That's what I want to be. So that's how I sort my carbs. So for instance, like let's say I have a piece of Ezekiel bread, but my mom ate some tamales. Well, I'm not gonna eat that fucking Ezekiel bread. You better be fucking sure I'm not eating that fucking Ezekiel bread. I'm gonna grab the fucking tamal and I'm gonna eat it, and that's gonna be my carb. I'll swap carbs that way. Like I think about it. Like, okay, I have sweet potato and I have fucking rice. Actually, I'm not fucking craving the fucking rice right now, but I'm gonna eat the sweet potato. I'll eat that sweet potato. I'll use that carb, the rice, to carb later, not at that moment. Do not overcarb, people. Do not sit down and think that you are not overcarbing because you think you have a nice healthy plate, and you have, your piece of protein, and then you have your healthy fats or whatever, and then you have, your asparagus, which are also carbs, in case you guys didn't know, and your rice, a little bit of rice, and then a little bit of chopped up um sweet potato or red potato. You're over carbing, because unless you're gonna go fucking execute a severe, a really good workout, lifting, or real good fucking hit workout, there's no reason why you should be fucking double carbing in one fucking single meal. There's no way. You shouldn't. It just shouldn't happen, because then that's where it starts happening, where people are not seeing any results because you are actually overeating. Overeating for what you're planning to work out later. So either you work out a lot and you eat enough to feed your muscles, or you don't. It is just the in out. Okay, so that's how I saw my carbs. Do I always do it? Sometimes, but when I want to be really, really clean about it, I try to just stick with the carbs that I usually eat, which are the zucchinis, red potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, kale. Kale is really good for you. And kale, if you mix kale, you kind of with a little bit of Kerrygold grass-fed butter, a little bit of kale, and some spinach with some mushrooms. Like the best carbs ever. At a side, it's fucking good. Um, Regular day of protein and carbs look like. I said it on my Snapchat. My regular days of protein and carbs is like a piece of chicken, and maybe just like the palm of your hand, of chicken, and then I will do that mixture of the kale with mushrooms and some spinach, or that will be like one plate. I usually cook my food with avocado oil or coconut oil. Those are the only oils I use when I'm prepping food. Now, if people come over and I have other people here and whatnot, I don't use those, just because the coconut oil also has a really strong taste, which I don't taste it anymore. I'm so used to it that I don't taste the coconut oil, but other people do. So I try not to. So I also have, the 1, 2, 3 fucking oil. The, what is it, vegetable oil, I think it is. So I have that one too. Just when I have people coming over, I'm not going to be using my coconut oil. That shit is expensive as fuck. So that's what a regular protein and carbs look like, or, a piece of tilapia with some asparagus and sweet potato, like chopped up kind of thing. That's another way of me having a regular protein and carb day. I could do, like, in the morning, I could do egg whites. Egg whites, just like kind of like with a pico de gallo, and a piece of toast. Or I'll have, that will be for the morning, for example. Or I also, another thing that I do for my regular protein days is that every time, you see, every time I am gonna eat a meal, I have to intake at least 20 grams of protein per meal that I intake. 20, no less than 20 grams protein. I always try to aim from 20 to 25 or 20 to 30 every time I intake, whether it's a snack or a meal. I always try to stay high because you see, I'm trying to at least put in 100 grams of protein, to feed the muscle that I already know I have somewhere in there. Because so like I was saying, I try to eat a regular day of proteins is I at least try to eat 20 grams of protein, 20 to 30 actually grams of protein in each meal. I always try to make sure the protein is in. And now, there goes another thing. Your body only digests or could only absorb, let's just say it like that. Your body could only absorb so much protein. I still don't know how much my body could absorb. I haven't really looked into it either, but I've always tried to stay between the 20 to the 30 grams of protein per meal, even if it's a snack. If I have 11 grams, if I have 20 grams, if I have 25, that's fine. I always try to stay at the 20 to 20, let's just say 20 to 30. I always try to stay at 20 to 30 grams of protein. I am one that will check my protein more than anything. I am not one to read sodium. I'm not one to read carbs. I'm not one to be reading fucking calories. I just make sure that I'm eyeballing what I'm fucking eating, because there was a point in time that I actually did measure every single little thing to where right now I could just, eyeball or guesstimate more or less what I have to be fucking eating. I don't have to be doing all that, like measuring and shit. I probably should. I mean, since I fucking fell off the wagon, right? And there's a reason why, but whatever. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I focus on protein. Other people focus on calories and other people, but at the end of the day, it's calories, people. You consume more than you should, even if it's fucking healthy, you're gonna fucking gain weight. That's plain and simple. It doesn't matter about anything else. At the end of the day, you could check your fucking carbs, you could check the healthy fats, you could check your protein intake. It could be healthy food. You could be eating only freaking zucchinis for all you know. With like healthy charbroiled or even fucking grilled chicken or even baked chicken. Calories at the end of the day, if you intake more than you ex- execute, you're gonna gain weight at the end of the day. But everybody's different. Everybody likes doing their own thing, and personally me, I think I'm a little bit of everything. I like carb cycling. I like doing paleo. I think I mix everything. I have my own fucking cycle going on over here, because that's just the way I do things. I just don't like to be in one thing, because not that one thing has not been the only one that has helped me achieve my goals, like only paleo. You for paleo, hands down, I have to give props to everybody that's paleo, because that shit is hard. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and I think I posted on my Instagram. The first thing you gotta make sure you keep here, like, it's not even like, oh, I have to work out. No, you gotta put it in your brain, in there somewhere, that this shit is a lifestyle. The brain is the first fucking muscle you need to convince that you need to fucking change your diet, or else this shit is not gonna work. You're gonna be miserable all the fucking time. I assure you. Until you know that this is what you want to do, you won't be able to achieve it, because you're always gonna be thinking negatively, like, oh my god, I have to fucking do this shit. Like, no, you don't really have to, but you can either do it or you're gonna gain fucking weight. And then clothes are not gonna fit you, and all that crap. But think I'm going off the fucking subject. So I already said what carbs I eat when I'm lifting. Okay, so what carbs do I eat when I'm lifting, and how many carbs do I eat when I'm leaning out? I have never measured while I'm lifting. I just know I need to intake more carbs. So let's just say in the morning I eat oats. I eat my egg white. with some fucking hot sauce. Just fucking down that shit. And then I have oats. If it's a like when I'm lifting, like on high carb days, I'll eat 1 cup. And I think 1 cup is way more than I should be eating, but I know I'm gonna be fucking lifting. But when I'm not lifting, I eat less than maybe 3/4 of a cup. Is just I don't know which one's fucking bigger. I don't even fucking know which one's bigger. But I eat way less than half a cup. Way less than half a cup. I just eat maybe 1/4. I don't even know. I need to go fucking check. Now I want to go check. So for my like high carb days, instead of eating like half a cup, I'll eat like 1/3 of a cup. I just eat like high carb days, I'll eat like half a cup or a little bit more than half a cup. And I just will carb a little more. I'll eat a little bit more rice, the same, half a cup or a little bit more. When I'm not gonna be lifting a lot and my day is gonna be kind of like mediocre, let's just say, and I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna go in there and execute a strong workout. I will eat like less, like maybe with 1/3 of a cup or whatever. But as far as measuring, I've never measured. I've never really measured. How many carbs to lean out? I really don't. I just try to do less, way less. Um, do I weigh my food? Now I don't weigh my food. Now I know how much I should be eating, and like I said, I know the portions. It's